Friends, welcome to episode 7 of Maximizing doTERRA's Compensation Plan. We're super excited to be here with you. Super excited for two amazing guests that have volunteered to join us. Seth Resume, Presidential Diamond, and John Jensen. And John, your title recently changed.
Yeah, I'm Vice President of Leader Strategy.
Vice President of Leader Strategy, because I've known John since he was like this tall in doTERRA and was like one of the very first employees. And gosh, we traveled all over the world, and you've had about 30 different jobs since then in doTERRA. So I wasn't quite sure, but thank you for clarifying that. Yeah. And guys, we're here to talk about Platinum rank today, because with the compensation plan enhancements that are rolling out, Platinum has had a little bit of, some good changes, some really, really good changes. Yeah. And we want to just talk about that briefly. And Seth, as a Presidential Diamond, Platinums are important to you.
Very important.
Why?
Well, because in order for me to be Presidential Diamond, I need to have 6 different teams where there's a Platinum. Generally speaking, in the past, it was difficult to get people to go Platinum because there wasn't a big enough incentive for them to be it.
That's right.
So most of the times, people were running for Platinum because they were doing me a favor instead of us helping them. Right. They're like, obviously there was a small increase in pay from a gold to a Platinum, but the increase was so small that there really wasn't an incentive to do it. Right. Now all of a sudden we actually have a big enough carrot that they're going to want to do it. Plus there's some other things where they also are given a little bit more freedom in who they can qualify with. So there's a really big incentive to go Platinum now, which is great. I mean, yes. In the past, even in the past, like when people would go gold or diamond, if they were to qualify for diamond and then they were to fall back, where they kind of fall back to a rank and then they try to reach for diamond again, they wouldn't fall back to platinum. They'd fall back to gold.
Right.
Because there just wasn't a reason to even be platinum almost. And so now there's a big incentive for them to be platinum, which is going to help them, obviously, and then it's also going to help all of us reach our highest rank of Presidential Diamond.
Oh, it's going to be so great. And platinum was kind of like a Passover rank.
Right.
In the past. It was almost like...
Well, there's actually more diamonds than platinums.
Right.
It's because...
And there shouldn't be.
Right. There should be some sort of stair step there.
So let's talk about what's happening. The first change is in the pools. Right, John? Tell us what's happening with the pools.
Yeah. So there will be an increase at the pay for platinums to where, as they're participating in the performance pool, they'll be able to get an increase in pay. This is on top of what they're already earning as platinums, on top of their bonuses within the leadership performance pools. But they can earn approximately, it varies from month to month, but around $350 per month up to approximately $1,000 per month.
Wow, that's awesome. That's exciting. And they still have the option to earn extra shares in the pools if they have personally enrolled people that are qualifying for the first time, right? All that's still in place?
100%, yeah.
Just like it's been there?
Yep, awesome. Exactly.
And Seth, I know with Platinum, there's a new thing happening at Platinum and above. And we talked about it in an earlier episode, but let's just revisit it because I know you in particular are very excited about rank compression.
Right.
Why?
Well, because rank compression allows you as a leader to work with who wants to work. That's ultimately the biggest thing, right? Yes. So in the past, we've had, even with lower ranks than platinum, you have to qualify specific people. So we kind of run into this problem of specific people that have to do specific things.
That's right.
And when you enroll someone, if you're the enroller and that person reaches a rank, then that qualifies you for rank. Well, all of a sudden at Platinum, you have the freedom to actually work with anybody in depth. And that's a big deal because, I'll just share with you an example of why this is important. I had an enrollment of a person, and that person had to be a specific rank for me to be my rank. And they had to do a specific thing. And so I was kind of a little frustrated. I finally reached the person. She was on a delivery table in the in the hospital trying to have a child. And then I'm like, hey, I can't figure out why I can't reach you. Well, she was having a baby. Oh my gosh. And so all of a sudden,
dare she not take your call?
Exactly. And so anyway, what I'm so excited about is it's going to allow us to offer a lot of grace to people in their journey. And so you can be working with people who are ready to be worked with and want to be worked with at Platinum. And you can prepare for this at obviously lower ranks. Like if you're a silver, or even, it doesn't even matter what rank you are as a lower rank, but like if you have dreams of being platinum or above, and you have leadership that starts to emerge in depth that you're not the enroller of, and maybe you never even knew this person, you can still choose to work with that talented leader that's coming up. And that's what I'm most excited about, is you get the chance to see talent wherever it emerges and help them.
That's right.
And really focus on them as though they were on your front line. And that's going to be a pretty big game changer for both you and the person you're helping. It's a big deal.
It is. I think as we've looked at the team over these past years, and some leaders have, since COVID, some kind of checked out during COVID. Many came back into full activity afterwards. Some did not, right? Which is fine, right? This is everyone's own business. They can do what they want. But I think that this concept, this rank compression concept, is going to, how to say this, reinvite some of those folks that maybe have not been fully engaged to be more engaged.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you're 100%. As I've been having many conversations with leaders about these upcoming comp plan updates, so many people are excited about this, where I've heard people that haven't been platinum or above for years have said, I'm going to run for it. And so I think you're right on point for that.
Yeah, and at Platinum, I mean, they're still taking advantage of all their unilevel bonuses are still there. Power of 3 is there, and with the new match, with the new boost, right? All of that is still in play for them, right? So it's very, very powerful. And all of that combined, and then with the new pools, Platinum's going to be a very nice place to be.
Well, in fact, just because of rank compression, this will be the rank that I'm going to be directing people to be focusing on from the beginning. Like, hey, look, platinum is a destination for you.
That's right.
Because it allows all kinds of flexibility, and also just because earlier ranks don't allow you to use people in depth for your rank advancement, you can still be building.
You can still plan for that.
You can still be planning for that. And again, the best part about this is that everyone's success matters to someone now.
That's right.
So I've had people.
So good.
Right, I've had people in depth that underneath of a lot of different diamonds and things like that, and they're really far down. And then there are enroller who would never give up enrollership, was totally checked out, didn't want to help them, and they just felt like their success didn't matter to anyone.
Right.
And now it's like, no, actually, your success, everyone's success matters to someone right now, and that's a game changer for them too. So platinum. Thinking like a platinum and diamond and above is giving us the ability to really work with whoever deserves to be worked with. And I think that that's another thing. I'm just excited that at platinum you get to choose to work with people who deserve your time.
Yes.
As opposed to the people that you have to succeed. It's like, no, we get to work with who wants to succeed.
So Seth, you just called platinum a destination rank. I love that. I think that's going to be a coined term. Right, it's going to be a destination rank, and it's dominoes, right? So if you have platinums, you have presidentials, right? Because you need ultimately 6 platinum teams to be a presidential. And so if we become a factory of building platinums and creating platinums, we're going to create tons of presidentials.
Well, obviously more solid blue diamonds, more solid.
Exactly.
I mean, it creates more solid ranks across the board for everybody.
It solidifies the team.
Right.
Yeah, it's very powerful. So moving forward, as this is about to roll out, what would your advice be from both of you to the field, to leaders in the field, to prepare for this change?
Like I said, that before there really wasn't a reason for someone to go platinum on its own. We were either talking about running for gold, where leadership bonuses were large enough to make a difference.
Right.
Or run for diamond, where there was even a bigger difference.
Right.
And then we just kind of passed over
Skip
platinum.
over platinum.
Right, exactly. Well, the thing is that led to just a complication of other problems, right? And so now all of a sudden we have the power of 3, which is focused on helping 3 teams. We have the boosts that are focused on those things. Now you can have platinum that obviously fits into 3 teams as well. So all of that's really good. So I guess my point is in the past, we always talked about, okay, you need to get your 3 teams involved and then run for diamond and add a 4th team. Well, now there's a big enough reason to be platinum. And I think, so where I'm going to be changing is it's when I'm talking to my leaders, I'm like, look, we need to focus on reaching platinum. And as they're growing their team, even if they're struggling to be a gold, I'd be like, let's say that they don't have enrollership of the right people, but you have leadership developing underneath. I'd be like, okay, now we need to actually think about platinum. Let's move beyond gold, look to platinum, because this is going to give you the flexibility you need to work with the leaders who are ready to work right now. So those are the things that I'm planning on doing, is just letting that be the course of action, where it never has before, right? Like, we've never been like, run for platinum. Like, it's never been there. But now you have a big enough bonus from both of the bonus pools. You have flexibility with the rank compression. And then when you layer all of that on top of the enhancements to the power of 3, you can really have a strong organization of platinum.
I can see some scenarios where we might have people jumping gold and going silver to platinum.
Yeah, just like people used to skip platinum and go to diamond, same thing.
And you know what? Great.
Great.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, John.
I think the one thing that I would add to that is just focusing on duplication at kind of the foundational level. You think about like new builders and new sharers and onboarding them and bringing them in and helping them have success early on. We've got an amazing boost now where people can earn $500 a month through just power of 3 and this boost. And you think about what that creates. Well, that creates at a minimum an executive, but in more cases than not, 97% of people that are earning the $250 power 3 bonus are actually hitting elite. So you think about that in the context of building a platinum. That's 9 people that you help to reach their $500 bonus to get a platinum. And I just think that that's such a powerful duplication model. And if you become really good at helping new sharers first earn $100 a month through the power 3 bonus and the boost, and then help them to help 3 people do the same, then they're up to the 500. And then that's a great foundation for building platinums. So I think it's just focusing on kind of that early sharer, early builder, and helping them have success early on, because that will build silvers and that will build platinums.
Exactly. Love it. And I love the fact that the different aspects of doTERRA's compensation plan are all kind of hand in glove, if you see what I mean, all supporting each other, working together to drive the right behavior. Right?
Well, I think John brings up a really good point, because the way that I'm planning on moving forward is to, in the past, we used to focus a lot on helping people reach elite. Well, if over 90% of the people who are hitting their $500 boost are elite anyway, then maybe we should start thinking differently. Like, when we're talking about helping someone go silver, it's not 3 elites. It's help 3 people get their 500 boost, right? And if you did that, then not only are you a silver, you're a silver that's also achieving your, what is that, the 1750 boost or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then when you add in other forms of compensation as a silver,
Right.
if I helped 3 people get their 500 boost, they're making at least 500, right? As a silver, I'm going to be making at least 2,000. Well, if I help 3 people in that, these are in the past.
Yes.
In the past, when I was trying to hit these ranks, a person hitting elite was doing me a favor. A person hitting silver was doing me a favor. So I'm hitting my ranks, but these people aren't having a big enough carrot for them to really make much of a difference. Like, they were making a difference in my life, but I wasn't making a big difference in their life, other than maybe giving them a card that said congrats on being elite or silver. Well, now I'm changing their life. I'm helping them. We're making a difference. It's making a difference in those people's lives, not just mine. And so now, instead of them doing me a favor, I'm actually changing their life to bring about a lot of prosperity in their life. And that's different, right?
That's right.
We would always be running for higher ranks, and these people were all doing us a favor because there wasn't enough incentives here to do it.
Sometimes you almost feel bad.
Now all of a sudden it's like there's big incentives for all of them, finally.
So Seth, what you've just identified for me is a simple method of duplicating our business. And I know that's been one of the concerns. You and I have talked about it, and so have other leaders, that if you're looking at everything in one page, there's lots of numbers and percentages, and it can feel overwhelming and look overwhelming. But what you've just identified in a very clear, concise, simplified format is how to focus to really make your business grow like crazy. That is beautiful.
Right. And it makes a difference.
And it makes a difference in people's lives.
Right.
Because $500 a month
makes a difference
to most people makes a really big difference. All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you for being here today on this episode of the podcast. Thanks to all of you. We look forward to seeing you on a future episode. Thank you.